Hi children. So due to the COVID-19, we are unable to conduct the classes. Our management, our school is planning to conduct the online classes from June. So here is a one demo class. My name is Rajesh Khanna. Now I am going to teach 9th grade science first lesson. That is matter in our surroundings. All of you note down the lesson name. The first lesson of 9th grade science, matter in our surroundings. If you note down, raise your thumbs. Okay, well. So now I will share the screen. So this is the ultimate facility in Sri Ushadaya. So wherever you are, in school campus or you are at home, you don't miss the digital class. This is the mind map of the first lesson, matter in our surroundings. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about the definition of matter. What is the matter? And what does matter made of? Next, every matter consists of some small particles. So then we study about the characteristics of matter. Next, we study about the states of matter. Those are solids, liquids, gases, states. Then we'll see about that how do these states of matter changes from one form to the another form. So those are by using temperature, by using the pressure or evaporation process. Please unmute all of you. Mute all of you, please.
Rakesh sir, you can unmute all of them. Host.
Okay, sir. This is the mind map we are going to study about in this lesson. Matter, the definition of matter, and the characteristics of matters, of particles, and next states of matter, solid, liquid, and gaseous states, and how do these solid, liquid, gaseous states change from one form to another form by application of temperature, by application of pressure, and some other definitions also we'll learn about that evaporation and diffusion process. So this is the mind map about this lesson. Now let us go to the
Rajesh Khanna sir, please.
Sir.
Unmute all of them.
Surroundings.
Okay, this is a lesson content. Let us go through the learning mode. So these are the topics covered in this, concepts in the module. So first let us see the introduction. Introduction of the lesson. So first we will get the question, some number of questions. So after that questions, you can answer those questions. So listen carefully these questions.
Have you ever thought, what is the food that we eat every day made up of?
So this is the question. What is the our food made up of? Okay, this is a question. And next, one more question.
What are the objects that we use in our day-to-day life made up of?
The objects, whatever it may be, we are using daily lives. What is the thing used to made up of? So with what all these objects are made? And next question.
What is this beautiful nature and the living beings around us made up of?
Most of the members like about nature, no? We see that so many trees, animals. So did you get any time doubt? What is the thing used to make all these things? So what the nature and the living things being around us made up of?
What is the air around us, which we cannot even see by naked eyes, made up of?
And we see that air is very important to us. To live ourselves, air is important. Though we can't see, but it is also comes under the matter. So what is the air made up of?
Well, the answer to all these questions is matter.
So you understood that what is the answer?
Everything in the universe is made up of matter.
I think so you understood about that. All these things are made up of matter. Okay? All the things are made up of matter. So let us go to the what is the definition of matter. Shall we? So this is the definition of matter. Matter has mass and value. The everything, anything which contains mass and occupies space or value is called matter. Let us go through the what is the matter contains it, what the physical nature of the matter. Okay, if you consider this is a large cube as a matter, and we can see that the even large cube of matter also contain small particles. Okay, once again. So the large cube is matter. Even the large cube of matter also contain smaller parts. Those are called particles of matter. Note down all of it. Okay. Every matter is made up of small particles, tiny particles. Now let us study about the properties of particles which presents in matter. Means the particles of matter, characteristics of particles of matter. Let us go and learn in details of these properties and our characteristics of particles of matter. First property is they are very small. Let us conduct one activity and understand this property. Shall we go? Are you ready, all of you? Raise your thumbs. Okay, good. First property is particles of matter are very tiny, very small. So there is an activity. We have to take the 4 beakers of water and we have to take small crystals of potassium permanganate. So first we have to take 4 beakers with water. So first beaker, I am adding some amount of potassium permanganate into this beaker. So you can see one dark purple color. Okay. Now take some small amount of this purple color liquid, add this into the another beaker of water. Then you can see some dim color purple color. Then next take small amount of this liquid, add into the another beaker. Again take some small amount of portion of this liquid, add into the another beaker. If you go on adding hundreds of beakers, still will get some small amount of purple color. So this activity shows that the crystals of potassium permanganate contains particles which are very, very, very small. They can transfer from one beaker to the another beaker. This is the first property of the particles. They are very small. Now let us go to the another property, the second property of particles. Anybody one can unmute and say that second property? Aditi Renwa, can you say that the second property? Not audible. Any other one? One member? Alekia?
Sir, sir,
Spaces between them.
Yeah, very good. So let us go to the second property, that is spaces between them. So second property of the particles, that is they have the spaces between them. Let us do one activity and understand. So to perform this activity, we need some things. So what you are able to see, I think so all members are able to see the water bottle. This is the first thing we require to perform this activity. Okay. Next, we require a beaker, water, next beaker. Next, tablespoon. Next, salt. Next one, the fourth material required to perform this activity is glass ram. So this is an activity to show that particles of matter have spaces between them. So now we have to take a beaker. Then we have to add some amount of water in this. Okay. Now I added some amount of water into the beaker. Let me take some amount of pinch of salt and add it. Now I am adding some pinch of salt into the beaker. So you can see that salt dissolved and disappeared. Salt dissolved and disappeared. When it is possible only if the particles of matter have the spaces between them. Okay. Let me show you one picture. Are you able to see water and potassium permanganate in one picture? Okay, you can zoom your mobile. You can pinch and zoom, you can see that. So in water, potassium permanganate crystals are dissolving. Okay. So they have the small spaces between them. Due to them that only they are dissolving. So this is the second property that of particles of matter, that is they have the spaces between them. The third property, they are constantly moving. The third property of particles of matter, they constantly moving. So let us see some activity about to know about the particles of matter constantly moving. So I have taken some 50 ml of water in a beaker and continuously adding blue ink to it. So when I'm adding, you can see that the blue ink is moving around the water, completely around the water and mixing with the water and made the water into blue color. You can see again. Taken a 50 ml of water and continuously I am adding blue color into that. So this blue color completely spreading into the total water. This is possible when only the particles of matter are in motion. So in daily life example also we can say that to show that particles of matter are constantly moving. You are aware of all the members instant sticks. Yes. So whenever you lighten the instant stick in your puja room, you can smell that instant stick smell into another room. How it is possible? It is possible only when the particles of matter are constantly moving. They are in motion only, they are able to reach you. Or suppose your mummy are cooking it in your kitchen, a delicious food. So from outside only you can say that, mummy, you are cooking this. Because of the smell of food you reach due to the constant motion of the particles. So this is the third property of the particles. The last property, can you say anybody? Datta Shivani?
The particle attracts each other.
Good, very good. Okay. The last property of that, the particles of matter attract each other. So let me show you one live example to you. So every matter is consists of particles. So the paper also consists of matter. How they hold together? Because they have the small intermolecular forces. So I need some needed force to separate them. But to separate the paper particles, I need a little force. Okay, understood? Because they are attracting each other. Let me take another example, chalk piece. To break down the attracting force between these chalk piece particles, I need to use some higher force. So then I can break these particles. So why I need to use a force? Because they are attracting each other. So let me take the one more matter, that is iron. Is it possible to me break? Because the particles of iron are strongly attracting each other. I hope all members understood. This is the last property of the particles of matter. So they are attracting in nature. So let me show you one virtual lab activity, that is finding the melting point of ice. Okay, finding the melting point of ice. Before going to the virtual lab activity, note down the definition of melting point. Okay, note down all of you the definition of melting point. Okay, the temperature at which a solid can convert into liquid, the constant temperature is called melting point of solid. Okay, are you able to see the aim, all of you? Aim. Okay, if not, you can pinch out to your screen to see larger screen. Now let us go to the experiment. Now we are finding the melting point of ice. The virtual lab. Okay, we can do the virtual lab by following the instruction given bottom. Okay, so what is the instruction given? click on the thermometer, note the range, the least count of the thermometer. So where is the thermometer? Is this thermometer? If not, show your thumb like this. If it is thermometer, raise your thumb. Are you able to hear my voice, all of you? Raise your thumbs. Okay. So, are you seeing in the screen? Is this thermometer? Raise your thumb. Good. Is this? No. Good. What is this? Test tube.
Test tube.
Is this thermometer? Right. Is this thermometer? If it is S means raise your thumb. Okay, good. So let us see find out the least count of the thermometer. Means least count means what is the minimum temperature that can be measured by the thermometer. If I click on this, you can see some readings: 1 degree Celsius, 2 degree Celsius, 3 degree Celsius. Okay. So minimum temperature that can be measured by our thermometer is 1 degree Celsius. The least count of our thermometer is 1 degree Celsius. Okay. So now let us do an activity to perform and find out the melting point of ice. So what is the next instruction? Drag the jar filled with crushed ice onto the table. So where is the crushed ice? So this is the crushed ice jar. So I am dragging onto the table. Okay. Next, drag the thermometer at the stand. Let it hang on a vertical position. So now I am dragging the thermometer. So now you can see that temperature is rapidly falling down. So temperature rapidly falling down. You can see that melting of ice also. And the temperature constantly showing 0 degree Celsius. Previously it rapidly fell down and stopped at 0 degree Celsius. You are still seeing the same 0 degree Celsius. And you can see that melting of ice and converting into the water. Still we are seeing, so time is running on. If you see the time is going on, but we are staying still the same temperature. You can see that complete conversion of ice into the water. Now, till now we have seen the same temperature, that is 0 degree Celsius. So this is the melting point of ice. The constant temperature at which a solid substance convert into the liquid, that constant temperature is called melting point of that solid. So what is the melting point of solid? This ice, 0 degree
Celsius.
Okay. Okay, let us go to the quiz. Aditi, unmute and answer. The chemical substances used to keep within the clothes to protect from the insects and moths are. Just try. Somebody. Aditi Renwa. Show at least 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Option. Your voice is not audible. Two. Good. Let us see the answer. It's correct answer. Claps. Claps, all of you. Now Bala sir will talk and conclude the session.
Okay, thank you, Rajesh Khanna sir. Thank you so much. Children, it was a first attempt for your 9th grade. I hope all of you enjoyed your online classes. Raise your thumb and let us clap and give a big round of applause to Rajesh Khanna sir, and behind the screen supported by Rakesh sir also. Let us clap for them. And this is the first of its kind online class taking, along with the content was a challenge for us, and we have done and we are trying to reach you perfectly. And this is a trial class, that's all. It's not a regular class also, and meanwhile will be practiced to everything. I suggest to you is, when we give a schedule, please be in time and call your friends today, those who missed the class, and tell them that they should be ready for the next class. We'll be giving you in a WhatsApp message, informing you in the WhatsApp message. And I also thank each and every parent, those who are cooperating for this online classes. So hope this will continue and reach you perfectly. I wish you all a good evening.